yeah, just the other day, what was it, a few days ago, the story now just breaking, but a few days ago, right here on this block, man, basically the sheriffs came in here to serve an eviction and murdered a brother who they was evicting. All right, of course, first and foremost, you've all praised Yahawadah. But so yeah, so apparently, like the way the news got it, that that the police came to the door, that this individual brother, I believe his name was James, was that told the police he would kill him, and then they kicks the door in, and he's moving. They say now he's moving. Mind you, he's getting evicted. So if you're getting evicted, what are you gonna have to be doing? Moving, your belongings. So he's moving. What they say was an airsoft gun or a BB gun, which of course is not an actual firearm, but it shoots pellets, rubber or silver, or not silver, metallic pellets. And moving, not waving it, not having it in his hand, moving it. And from moving, because if you're moving it, let's say he had it about 2 hands, it wasn't in his hand, or else they would have said it was in his hand. You know what I'm saying? So he's moving it now, and they shoot him down, right? So we just talked to a sister who lived downstairs, and she said that ain't what happened. That the police banged on the door and told him, if you don't come out, we're coming in guns blazing. This is what witnesses just told us. We got the direct testimony, right? Through the spirit of power, Yahawadah. So, which of course, as soon as I read the story, I knew it was BS anyway. He's telling the police he's gonna kill him if they evict him. He knows he's getting evicted. You see what I'm saying? So they come in, guns blazing, as they said they would, and they killed this brother. And then they try to say, oh yeah, he had a BB gun, an airsoft gun. So what? That's not an actual firearm. But of course, another black man dead. You know what I'm saying? They go by the sheriffs. And this is the thing about the sheriffs. A young brother that I've known, I damn practically raised, the sheriffs pulled him over. He's skateboarding. This is a grown man now. He's skateboarding down the street. The sheriff pulled him over, talking about you ain't got a helmet on, right? He say, I've been skateboarding on this street for 10 years. Y'all ain't never said nothing to me about no helmet, right? So the police like, let me write you a ticket. He like, I'm out. Y'all ain't finna write me no ticket, right? So he walk off, or he skate off. The police come 3 cars deep, catch him down the street. He skates away, so he falls, busts his face, on the pavement. The cop car pull up right over him, boom. He surrenders at this point. He's on the floor, he surrenders. All right, y'all got me. They cuff him. After they cuff him, they let the canine tear his leg up. He sits in the hospital, cuffed to the bed, and the doctor tells him he lucky he even got his leg. He pop up over my house. This was Saturday. I seen it myself. I should have took some pictures of it. I seen it myself. I mean, his leg was so bad that they had to remove skin off of his thigh and put it on the other parts of his leg. Layers of skin off his thigh. I never even knew they did something like this. Layers of skin off his thigh and put it on his lower leg to try to recover his leg and give him the ability to walk again. And they arrested him. They had him in custody, but he didn't go to jail. He went to the damn hospital and just was cuffed to the bed. But he was in jail for resisting arrest, right? But as we know, I can't resist arrest unless I'm under arrest. So there has to be an additional charge that I was resisting from being arrested, which of course there was not. So this is the type of dirty stuff these sheriffs is doing. On top of that, just last month, before we got arrested, the video was on my phone, which the police still have not returned to me. We did a camp about a Hispanic brother from the tribe of Issachar, that these same sheriffs that let the dog loose on my little bro and killed this brother over here. These same sheriffs, this Issachar brother, runs away. Then they catch him on the street. He's down on the ground. According to witnesses, he's down face first on the ground, surrendered. They light him up, fill him up with holes. You see what I'm saying? Talking about it, he went for his gun or some ill stuff like that. Which is crazy because I just seen Detroit. Who's seen Detroit? I know you did. Who else? Who's seen it? Who's seen it? Just you? Detroit is 1967, and it's the same thing the police did in Detroit. All right, hate to spoil it for you, but it's a historical thing, so it's already spoiled because it's according to the historical fact that exists. Okay, which is called the what is it called, what is it called? The Algiers or the Argyle? The Algiers Motel Incident. All right, the Algiers Motel Incident. All right, so in the last 50 years, it shows that nothing has changed. That this is not a post-racist society. But it shows that in 50 years, nothing has changed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still, I mean, getting gunned down, and nobody's doing it. Zechariah 11:5. This is scripture that's come out so many, countless amount of time. Because it rings so true through the spirit and power of Yahawadah. So that's got to be understood, bro, because, you know, this is crazy. They go to a victim, bro. I know I've been evicted. I know other brothers been evicted. I know I'm probably not the only one on this corner that's been evicted. You see what I'm saying? Imagine it being evicted and being in a state of economic hardship to the point where you are rendered unable to pay your rent, and you're going through the humiliating ordeal of being evicted, that you also are not just subject to humiliation, but you're also subject to be a victim of a homicide by the police. You see what I'm saying? You know that when you leave your house, damn that, what am I thinking about? He stayed in this house. You know that just being a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American in America, you are subject to being murdered at any point in time. Zechariah 11:5.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Horizontal. Have you been vertical this whole time?
Subcon.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And hold themselves what?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. That's what happened. Whose possessors slay them? They possess us, they slay us, and they get away with slaying us. And that's what happens in Detroit, which of course we talk about it as a movie, but that's what actually happened in that incident in Detroit. They got away with the murder of 3 brothers for no cold blood, and killed them for absolutely no reason. You see? But it shows you, this is the thing, man. And I want to say this about the movie Detroit, because there was a couple of powerful scenes in the movie Detroit. What was the most powerful scene in Detroit? Your opinion, officer.
Oh, the whole black man dealing with the prostitution.
White girl, and they said he's a pimp and they the whole. And what was the only reason why they accepted the fact that he wasn't a pimp?
Because he was in the military.
Because he was in the military.
And he had to prove that stuff.
And then they called that into question. They called that into question. But if you ask me, the most powerful scene was when the cracker had him on the wall and he told them all to pray.
And oh boy was
praying, and they were singing, humming gospel music. You see that? And that goes back to what I was saying at Saturday at the event. This same man who's putting you through hell, you're praying to him to get you out of hell. That means you're begging the white man to stop killing you. And this is the thing too. What did these dudes keep saying? And you hear brothers say all the time, even to this day, I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I'm innocent. What did I do? We got to stop acting. We got to say, if you're Black, Hispanic, Native American, you got to stop saying stuff like that. And here's why. Because it shows that you on your knees. When you tell somebody that, you're on your damn knees. You know you ain't do nothing. He know you ain't do nothing. He doesn't care whether you're asking. This is the issue, right? This is what our people are doing. You're asking a group of sociopaths to have sympathy on you. But they're proven sociopaths. So-called white race, the Edomite according to the Bible, is a sociopathic race of people. So why do we start expecting them to start feeling sorry and having sympathy and or empathy for any damn body? It's ludicrous, it's asinine. Get it out of your damn minds. You have
whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord.
Blessed be the Lord. Why?
For I am rich.
They got rich off of us. They that sell us. That's who our possessors are. Those that have the ability to buy, sell, and trade us, and have been since we came into contact with them 500 years ago. Read on.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Our own shepherds pity us not. Who's out here talking about this brother getting killed? Where are the shepherds? Where's what's my man? Sharpness young boy.
Harris.
Where's Sherrifs at, man? We've been connected with him and certain other stuff. There was a lot of people out there for Alpha Longo. Where's the uproar for this brother? An actual, where's the you know what I mean? We should be here. Why we the only ones here?
Not to mention when they say he had a mental.
Yeah, and that's the two that the witness told us who lived underneath him, is that the brother had mental issues as well. But this is just other brothers who were mentally disabled were also killed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is not nothing new. But we have to start waking up as a people. Precept. We got precept.
Precept. Book of Micah, chapter Salaki, was that done? Book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence. Violence.
They took a man's home by violence. The ultimate display of violence. Murdered him.
Come on.
See what I'm saying? Murdered this man. Right?
Oh, let me finish. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage.
You see that? Was that man not oppressing his house? Violently took his house away? Through blowing his damn brains out? Right? Go ahead.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That could not save us, man. We keep watching to get saved by these sociopaths who is not going, who refuse to save us, who is just not, it's simply not going to save us. I mean, it's simple as that. Gotta wake the hell up. Go ahead.
They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt you down, man. Go ahead.
That
listen,
we can...
what's the proof that they hunt our steps? They appointed a whole task force to us, to watch us. What is that doing? Hunting our steps. That's what who a predator does that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something that's so spiritual. I've been talking about this damn scandal. So, the father of Olivia Pope, Olivia's yelling at him. He's a predator. He said, "I'm not the predator. I'm the most intelligent prey that's out there, and I'm trying to preserve my species." That's just right after he tells the white man that he's stupid for thinking he's smarter than him. But he says they're the predator and we're the prey. You see what I'm saying? Which is why I say in the book of Nahum, the prey departeth not. Who's the prey? Us.
So like, you know, they also understood because the ADL got some quotes from our videos, which means what? They're watching our videos. They're tracking what we do.
That's what you have to track your prey. You see what I'm saying? So we being preyed upon. We understand that there's predators everywhere. They drive around in black and white car. You may have seen, you may have heard of them before. Go ahead.
They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
That we can't go in our streets. And it's even worse than that because you can't even go in your house. They're coming in your house and blowing you down. You see what I'm saying? In your home. Right? Go ahead.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven.
That's right, and that's how they see how the police swooped in on it. Swifter than the eagles of heaven. That's why they idolize the eagle. That's why they utilize the eagle in all their symbology. Go ahead.
And what does the eagle do? The eagle just sits there and just soars around the sky, man, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to crack down on the prey. And that's literally what the police officers do. They just roam the damn neighborhood, waiting to sit up there and roll up on you and realize you don't have a helmet on. And you're a young black man, now I can sit up there and mess with you.
I mean, that's what come on, bro. I mean, have you ever seen a skateboarder with a helmet before?
Listen, no. If that was a serious crime and y'all really wanted to make your bread, go into Balboa Park.
That's where the actual
downtown San
skateboarders
Diego.
are, bro.
Yeah, downtown San Diego.
Go to the skate park, bro.
All right. See
I
these
re- I
guys with
remember-
these cameras in the skateboard.
I remember back then when they implemented that legislation. Yet, how do you pronounce it? They implemented it so that way they could harass skateboarders.
That's right.
Just because that's the way Vista, like you said, those sheriffs, they get down like that. They look for any opportunity, to take advantage, so they can take advantage of the prey.
It says, they pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen.
Among the heathen. We live in here, under his shadow. That's where we live in. Go ahead.
It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom,
All you white people, rejoice and be glad. Read on.
that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Everything that you're doing to us is going to pass to you. It's going to be a point where we're going to be hunting your stuff. Okay? They made a movie about it. It's called The Planet of the Apes.
Right.
All right? Get in tune with it. And it's spiritual that they made the dawn start with the dawn. I know what they start with. The dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Right? You said what? No. Dawn was the first one. The second one ain't called Planet of the Apes. It's something with the Planet of the Apes, but it's not called
Rise.
Rise. Dawn, Planet, War. So,
Rise.
Salakia.
Dawn, Rise.
Dawn, Rise, War. So they have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is when the apes did what? They began to learn. That symbolized us learning this knowledge. Then the Rise symbolized us coming together and rising up. Then the War, that's the last part. This is the World War III is getting ready to come. So what's the next, if they do a next movie to the Planet of the Apes saga, it's going to have to be the actual, it's just going to have to be Planet of the Apes, going back to the original.
Right.
Why? Because that's what's coming now. Is white folks in cages. Is the who you call the apes ruling the world. And they had the Bible, they had scriptures. They had ape scriptures. They say, beware of the beast man, for he is the harbinger of death. That's the white man. Everybody else is not the harbinger of death.
Right.
All right? When the Asian man came to America, it didn't symbolize he was just coming to killing black people. When Hamites started immigrating into America, they didn't just start killing black people. You see what I'm saying? But when you came, when you go anywhere, you just kill everything and everyone. When you go anywhere. So you, so-called Edomite, you're the harbinger of death.
Right.
That's you. Go ahead.
Real quick. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
You see that? The punishment of our iniquity and our sins is getting ready to come to an end. That allowed us to get put on slave ships and brought over here in the first place. That allowed the indigenous people of the Americas to be conquered in the first place. That's coming to an end. So what does that mean? That your hell is getting ready to start, white man.
That's right.
Your hell is getting ready to start. And when your hell starts, it's not going to be a nice, peaceful, quiet block like this. We're going to be giving you hell on the block. We're going to be coming up in your damn house. We're going to be giving you hell. Even worse than you gave us hell. Because thus saith Yahawadah, the Most High Power. He said that. He ordained it. Right? Who got precept?
Real quick, let me finish out. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
That's
he will
right.
discover thy sins.
He's going to discover the sins of the white man. White man, you haven't been judged for your sins yet. And I'm explaining to you why that you've been able to operate with virtual amnesty to this point for all of your crimes. All right? Here's why. Because God doesn't love you.
That's right.
God hates you. And because God hates you, he has allowed you to be as wicked as you want to be for as long as you want. And then he's going to just judge you with one grand judgment. With the fall of your empire and your direct enslavement, followed immediately by your extermination. That's your judgment. That's what you have coming.
Right.
Why do you have that coming? Because God hates you. He does not love you. Why did we get jacked up every time we sin? Instantaneously? Because God loves us. But he's only done that to us. He only deals with us on that level. He has not done so with any other nation by that mechanism. Because he doesn't love any other nation. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're his sons.
That's right.
He
we not bastards.
Right.
Bastards can do whatever the hell they want all day, and then they get a punishment at the end. Your son gets slapped immediately because you love your son.
God.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is about how we're the prey right now, but eventually they're going to be the prey. And they're going to have to get ready for a predator, 144,000 predators.
Super predator.
Super predator. Who was it? Hillary said, right? Book of Jeremiah, chapter
Who got
30,
the super predator shirt?
verse 16.
His brother got the super predator shirt. He got the predator on. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Here's the verse on that. Book
That's
of
another
Jeremiah.
The predator. That's about niggas too.
Right.
But I had a Negro play the first predator.
Gone. They had the cherries too. Didn't they have the cherries of predator?
Yeah, that's just
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
All they devour us. So you remember they used to have a staff too. The predator. All they that devour us shall be devoured.
God.
That's what time we coming into.
God.
Everybody that's had this part in the great conspiracy and murder of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, which is every other nation under heaven, you're gonna be devoured to save the Lord.
Right.
The Chinese, the Japanese, the Arab.
Right.
You're gonna be devoured along with the devil, the white man. Go ahead.
And all thine adversaries.
And what?
All thine adversaries.
All our enemies. All of you other nations have gone out of your way to conspire with our arch nemesis to make yourself a co-conspirator in destroying us and devouring us, thus rendering yourselves our enemies, not our allies. You have not made an allegiance with us. And quite frankly, we don't want an allegiance with you.
Right.
All right? You're going to get what the hell you got coming to you.
Come.
Every heathen, every nation. Go ahead.
Every one of them shall go into captivity.
Shall what?
Go into captivity.
Enslavement for every nation. Every nation will come into captivity under the Israelites, under the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
That's what that means. Go ahead.
And they that spoil thee.
They that what?
They that spoil thee
That's all you nations. Go ahead.
shall be a spoil.
Shall be a what?
Shall be a
We're
spoil.
gonna go to your nations. We're gonna take from you. That's what the book say. Go ahead.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Here's my question. What ADL? I got a good question for the anti-defamation league. What spin and rhetoric are we putting on that scripture?
Right.
That's plain and simple. All right. But you're supposed to be a Jewish runner. What book was that?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. That's in the Tanakh. I thought you were Jewish people. Aren't you supposed to believe that? You do believe it, which is exactly why the ADL exists, because they are trying to act like they're the chosen people.
Right.
So anybody who says anything negative about them, they are trying to devour us for it. But don't worry, because all of that is of man. Which is why we can even say the council is not on both sides. Literally, when our kingdom comes, you're not going to be able to stand on the street corner. It don't matter if nobody's around and talk bad about us. That's right. Angels going to come and get you. For not a dog shall move his tongue against the children of the Most High.
Right.
Precept.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 71, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
For mine enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together.
See that they take counsel together. That's called a what? A conspiracy. They conspire. Go ahead.
Saying,
Do we believe in an international
Jewish conspiracy? Yes, we do. The ADL part of it. Of course we do. And the ADL, you're a part of it. And the San Diego Police Department, you're a part of it. The San Diego Sheriff's Department, you're a part of it. Go ahead.
saying, God had forsaken him.
That's what they say. Their God is not with them. And for a time, our God has not been with us because we have departed from his laws, statutes, commandments, and we have departed from the true faith in his son. But now that we're coming back to the laws, we're coming back to faith in Hamashiach Yahawadah, our God is going to be with us. Yahweh is going to be with us now.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Persecute and take him.
Persecuted. This is what they say. This is what all the nations say about Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans. Persecute and take them. And if what we're saying sounds crazy, just take a look. Look around. If you look around, you see that every nation around the world sees us, persecutes us, and takes us. With no question. They know they can persecute a nigger, man. Persecute a damn Hispanic man. Persecute a Native Indian. They know it. Go ahead. They knew they could go up in this man's apartment and kill his ass. They know it. When just up the 5 from here, a couple exits, a white man pointed his gun at a plethora of police and nobody shot.
Right.
Up the damn street. But you know why? They can't just take and persecute and oppress him. Why? That's a white man.
Right.
He's not a Negro. He's not a Latino. He's not a Native Indian. He's not one of God's chosen. Right? So go ahead.
For there is none to deliver him.
See, when people drive by, I mean, you should think long and hard before you just say something, because you people just say retarded stuff all the time. It's like, take it easy. Go ahead.
That was the end of that, but I just wanted to add another precept. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, going into the curses. 29. And thou shalt grope at noondays, as the blind gropeth in darkness. Which is what that gentleman was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You got a reason why you got people of our nation that's mentally ill. It's called the curses. Why is your people mentally ill in your nation? That's the question. Go ahead.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Not prosper. That's where we at right now. Not prosper. Not seeing prosperity. Ask Colin Kaepernick about that. He's not prospering right now. Right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt be only oppressed.
That's it. We shall be only oppressed. And that's the stage and the state that we're in. Go ahead.
And spoiled evermore.
That's right. And spoiled evermore. All right? And that's where we at. Evermore. We continually getting spoiled. That man was spoiled in his own home right here on this block. Go ahead.
And no man shall save thee.
Ain't no man gonna come and save us out of ourselves. The Most High gonna save us.
That's right.
He gonna save us through a mechanism of his son Yahawadah and the heavenly hosts and angels. But one of us ain't gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? That's another. Stop looking at men as savior on this earth. Yahawadah is at the right hand of the Father. He ain't just no ordinary man. He ain't on the scene with us right now. Ultimately, Yahweh is the Savior. Did he send men to save us in times past? Yeah. But it was him doing the salvation through a vessel. The vessel in these last days, pursuant to Acts the 5th chapter, is Mashiach Yahushua. All right. What else? You want to precept? All right. With that, I'll praise Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Shalom.
Shalom.